Hello, and welcome to 40 Days to Destiny. I am Regina Livingston, and I am so excited to be here today. I hope you're excited to follow and join along today. As I've said before, I'm an aspiring writer, so my name is not Livingston, but that is my writing name, and I am actually a certified elite life coach. So I'm trying to do something a little bit different today. So we're going to go into three sections, which is mostly what I've been trying to do before. So the first one is on the accountability of the writing and the big goals I have for these 40 days. Okay. So, yesterday I was able to talk to the guy in London, so that was great. So, that's part of my acceleration to get to London. But I found out today that I forgot to eat and drink enough. Okay, so that's not the best thing. I talked yesterday a little bit about that, about being a little bit selfish so that you can have enough to give to others. And I say those things because I don't always do that. I'm preaching to the choir. I'm preaching to myself on those kind of things. Like I need to remember to do that myself because I am the kind of person that I can give and give and give and forget about myself and to make you happy. But the problem is usually when I do that is that neither one of us are happy. I'm miserable because I'm doing something I'm really not wanting to or excited about, and you're miserable because maybe you're just miserable in general and it didn't make any difference of what I did for you. But anyway, so yeah, I really have to focus on balance in my life. So, I got several things done on avenues that I have been reaching for my goals, but I also need to make sure that I'm staying healthy this whole time so it's worth it. Okay, so next we're going to go into the life coaching part of it. I love to teach, I love to impart my wisdom, and what I have learned about in my life. And today, I want to talk to you about, forgiveness and things like that. So the first thing, yesterday I went for a walk and I walked around the park, and we've had some major, major storms around here where I live. Lots of lightning, thunder, and like I said, 5 drops of rain, and like my electricity's out. So I walk around the park, and I cannot believe all the trees around. Huge, big trees just fallen over. There was, I think, only one that I really saw that was hollow, so it was kind of like, oh, that one really wasn't strong. It was not surprising it fell down. But in our lives, we have storms, and we have different things that happen to us and come at us from all different directions, kind of like that wind. Okay, and that's not a bad thing. Actually, I think sometimes taking those things and cutting off some bad parts and letting them go so we can become stronger is actually a good thing. Breaking off some of the limbs off the trees, then that tree will go stronger and up. And if they need to be down, then they need to be down, the whole tree. Some of them didn't seem that unhealthy, but obviously there was something not right with that tree for it to fall over. It was not as strong as some of the other ones, but man, they were big and tall. And some of us, we have in our lives, different shields that we have built up and encased in us and keeping the world out. We need to tear those down. And let's hope that we find those storms in our lives where we can open ourselves up and break those things away, and form new habits, form new good intentions for our lives, and get rid of the old and bad. Because we want to live happy and healthy lives. And forgiveness, we need to forgive. Forgiving is one of the major keys to opening up that door. Now, I'm not saying that we're saying it's okay what those people did to us. That's not the thing. But if you have unforgiving in your heart, who does that hurt? It only hurts you. Now, they might have some guilt associated with it, or they may not. And that is their deal. But you need to let that go. And you need to be able to let it go so much that you can see that person and not feel this tightening in your chest and stomach. There's like, oh, you know, when you really let forgiveness take effect, you can look at that person, you can look at that situation, look back and think about it in your mind and say, I'm okay with that. It wasn't okay what happened, but I have learned something, or I have, grown. It has made me a better person. Think of those positive aspects of it. What have you accomplished? Now, I'm hoping you're not accomplishing cutting off everybody from the world. That will not help you at all. So let's open ourselves up, and let's, and think about it. Feel that pit in your stomach. Feel that emotions of when you meet somebody or whatever. Sometimes you can, your first instincts are right. Not always, but most of the time they are. So think about how you feel, who you let into your life. And forgiveness. Please let forgiveness reign. Okay, so the last part is my big goals. One of my big, big goals is I want to fly an airplane. I have always wanted to do that. When I was 16, I was going to go into the Navy. I wanted to fly the Blue Angels. And that's when I got sick. And that's when I was paralyzed and I was laying out and I couldn't do it. And I knew, I was not going to be able to get through boot camp. I was not going to be able to get through those things. It took years for me to totally get over that. And I still had a lot of trouble with sleeping. But lately, I've told you that through the new program that I'm doing, I'm actually able to sleep less and do more things. So I'm so excited about that because I do believe you can get over anything. Our minds are very, very powerful. So flying an airplane, being up in the sky over everything and just looking out at the world. I love that. I've been on so many plane rides when my growing up years that it was so neat. I mean, my longest flight was nearly 24 hours. So that, flying is not necessarily a bad thing, but I haven't flown in the last like 18 years. So I've not flown past, after 9/11. So I'm hoping to, of course, because I can't get to London about any other way. That would be the fastest way for sure, and that's what my hope is. So my big goals of flying an airplane. I'm so excited about that. One of these days, that's what I'm going to do. So, also, remember to forgive, go through those storms in our life, get stronger because of them, and let's see what's going on tomorrow. I have several things I want to do today. We'll see how those go, and I hope you have an amazing, amazing day, and we will see you tomorrow.